Mhm. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Hello. Everybody welcome. Roses like investigate the hell, huh? Okay. I don't know why. It's very like what you call it. The quality of the image is very like grainy. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. So guys, okay, so I have candle here. You know, I realized, guys, okay, hello. Everybody welcome. Roses are give get the hello, huh? Everybody welcome. Roses like investigate. So okay, so guys, no seriously. So I just wanted to say that so I apologize I was a little late here today. So I'm closing out some programs and I'm just here to tell you that then I'm gonna get right to it, okay, guys. I actually liked. I put this yesterday, last night, okay. So I'm ready, and I elaborated on the questions, okay. And there's many questions to ask, okay. And so as far as news, guys, there's also the news about the Supreme Court and the abortion. But I think you know what, that let's leave it for another day. I think this is so huge, this thing, okay, that I think it's time for it, okay. So all right. Yeah. Yeah. So no, seriously, so I'm gonna start, okay? Is it okay? Like, and by the way, since there are so many questions, guys, also I have here, I have candle. I decided, you know what it is, guys, I to have more protections, you know what I mean, while we do this because the subject is heavy. And last time I got, you know, as you know, guys, I sometimes I commit the sin of looking too much at the comments. I get distracted sometimes, as you know. It's easy for me to get distracted. It's nobody's fault. It's just it's my mind. So also, guys, you know what I mean. Think about this situation is so serious. So what's going on? You know what is going on that I have here. I just happen to have a rosary, and this is not, you know, this is not a religious you know channel, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it never hurt, you know, some people's, you know what I mean? Because it, you know, guys, it's heavy, and also because yeah, because you know I can get distracted and I have many questions. So I wrote out the questions as you saw. Okay. So what I'm gonna try to do, I don't know, I like because I do like looking at comments. So I'm gonna try to not look at the comments so much because there, guys, so many questions. But I want to get to the bottom of it. Okay. I want to get the bottom of it because can you believe the trash? And he pretends like, oh, Russia Hawkers, Russia Hawkers, Russia Hawkers. Like, no, no, not true. How do you know? Like, can you believe that? And guys, you know, out of all the terrible things that he does and that he doesn't care. Like the fact that he doesn't care about, and he doesn't even pretend to care about whoever, like, you know, the soldier who has passed away or the families that, you know, I mean, just like, wow, it's unreal. You know, when you think about it, he doesn't care. He clearly doesn't care. Okay. And as he gets older, you know, I think there is less and less of like an attempt to pretend, okay, you know, like he, you know, can you imagine, like, did you see the thing that he said? Oh, not that there is not that many attacks. Yeah, he's you know, again, like I said, he's gaslighting. And I'm telling you guys, during the briefing, I said before, like on Friday, he gaslights people, okay. He tells the intelligence agents, no, are you sure you heard it right? No, I don't think this is true. Like he challenges them, you know, because no, I no. Yeah. Did I, you know, I always wonder, guys. I don't know if I did. You know, actually, Teresa's asking, did you forget the protection prayer on Friday? You know, I almost wonder. I remember having this thought. Did I forget? I don't know that I forgot. I know what it is. I did. I don't think I did because of the candle. I don't remember, guys. You know, anyway, I have now. I'm gonna do the protection, and then I'm gonna do the go straight to the questions. Okay, so I just want to say hello. Okay, so like ask for protection, beautiful real light, huh? Coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that they create the good, and only the good, the good for the good people, the good for the good people. Okay, so so we're ready here. So I'm gonna start. Okay, so hi guys. Since Friday, there has been more information about this dreadful story of the Russian bounties for Americans in Afghanistan. I wanted to post the questions here ahead of time. I am sure tomorrow will be a day full of break, which is a day, right? So, okay, so there are many questions on. Let's see articles, comments, and then questions. Also, the midst of this, Trump went golfing. Oh, can you imagine? I care. I care. Like imagine like somebody you're supposed to care about dies, and you're like, oh, I'm going golfing. It's the perfect time for me golfing. I golfing. Think about it. Like, under what world is that appropriate answer? Okay, I'm sorry. He's supposed to be the leader of the country. Like, he goes golfing. He goes golfing. Okay, he goes golf. I'm sorry. Like, that's I don't want to get I don't want to get nervous, but I just like, wow. I don't know what's worse. You know what I mean? All of it is terrible, and it continues to be terrible because he. It's not that I expected anything else out of him, guys, but every single corner he gives the evidence that he is as garbage as he is. Okay, like, really, right? He never disappoints. Okay, okay. So the question, I'm going to go through the question. The first question is, what was Trump thinking over the weekend after the news broke? No. You know, I guess what I see this thing is like he's looking over his shoulder. Okay? Looking over his shoulder in the sense that I think he wants to like he want, he the whole thing with the golf is like he's pretending like nothing's happening. Part one. Okay, part is like, oh, whatever. I go golfing. I golfing. So I could do it. Can do anything. I go golfing. It's what I do. He's like, I go golfing. Whatever, big deal. And so he's pretending to be casual, like whatever, nothing. Because really, guys, I mean, he's actually not lying. For, like, how do I say this? He's not lying about who he is. He really does not care. Okay, he's not. At least I don't know what's worse, by the way, but I feel like he doesn't really care that this like he's nervous, but he's not, his emotional condition is not like, he doesn't change. If it, oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to act like I care. Somebody died. Like, he doesn't really care, and he's not, so for him, it's just that he's like, he should just go ahead with his life because nothing happened from his perspective. Okay, like, you know what I mean? He doesn't feel like he has to act like anything happened, because the moment this is the thing, guys, it's kind of like the moment he acts like what's happening with Russia is real, that is his downfall. So it's sort of like the kryptonite concept. Okay, is that if he lets it, like, if he lets it, if he take it seriously or even admits the slightest, he is like within, it's like I see him seeing like a circle, like yeah, like a little circle. Okay, I'll get something to show you. 1 second. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I have something to 1 second. Okay. So as I was saying here, it's like the whole thing, okay, with Russia is like so I don't know if this is like something like this, like it's almost like you know, like a puddle or something that he has to avoid, like stay away. So Russia issues in the press. So he can't even be close to it, because the moment he steps into it, it's like a huge, you know, it's a trap for him. So he has to pretend like, no, it's not real. It means nothing. All of this. Okay. So this is it. So that's it. Okay. So he's like, so okay. At the same time, I do feel like he's nervous. And now, and the question is, guys, okay, so why I know, okay, I know he gets paid, guys, if he goes golfing, but I was just like, you know, he gets reimbursed or whatever you call it. You know, he gets money for his golf courses. But I'm just like, wow, do you really have, why do you have to go golfing? Okay. Why do you have to go golfing? This, what is the purpose of golfing for him? I was like, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. You know what? If I go golfing, I do what I want. I do what I want. I go like whatever golf. You know, I'm here and I'm doing my thing. There's nobody like around, like kind of like looking at me, and you know, they look at me because I'm hot, but it's just mostly about I could do what I, you know, it's like he feels free. Like he's not, that's what it is, guys. You know what? It's the White House. He doesn't own the building, like literally does not literally own the building. So he doesn't feel like, you know, I could be free. Okay. And it's also, he gets like, I think he hates his job. Okay. Unfortunately for us, he hates his job. It's obvious, but he feels at ease. Okay. He feels at ease. Okay. And that's it. He feels at ease, like whatever. He hates his job. He feels free. And he doesn't, he, on top, I get paid for being here. I get reimbursed. So he, you know, there, in other words, guys, there is a total detachment. The thing that just happened in the press, it makes him nervous, but he does not care at all. Like it's even like, even to think that, like, from his, I'm seeing this from his perspective. Okay. From his perspective, it's such a minor. So what? People die every single day. Is it my fault? No, it's not my fault. That's how he thinks. That's how he thinks. Okay. 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 Then okay. Okay, so Pasa here, and I wrote here what Audrey said about his response, okay, which was possibly another fabricated Russia hoax, maybe by fake news. New York Times looks wanting to make Republicans look bad. How can the military? Okay, oh, this is what Audrey wrote. Okay, the military stand by, do nothing. Okay, that's another question. Let me there. I think I asked about the military. Okay, so that's it. So what is his, does he have a strategy for dealing with this, or does he hope it's going to go away? What the hell? And this is, I think, why I'm feeling this coming in, guys. Like, he's like, the more he feels like it's getting close to him, the more emboldened he feels to hate the country. I'm serious. It's like he thinks that it's like, on his sick mind, it's like this. You pointed out that this happened. He thinks that you're picking on him. Okay. He's picking on him and those things. Okay. And so that's, you know, that's what he thinks. Okay, he think you're picking on him, and he doesn't. So he feels more emboldened to be even meaner. Okay, because he thinks that he has the right to do anything he wants, and people who pick on him are nagging, just nagging on me. Like, what the hell is wrong with them? Okay, what the hell? He gets, you know, he's a mean, horrible person, but it makes him feel justified. I'm serious. Okay, this is how, from his perspective. Barbara is asking, do you think he's a flight risk? Okay, I read this online. Somebody had mentioned something like this. I have a question about this, Barbara. So keep it, you know, just wait, okay? So I'm gonna look into this. I don't think, we'll see. Okay, okay. Now, let me follow again. Let me follow the questions here. Like I said, I'm avoiding looking at the comments too much because I don't want to get distracted. Okay, okay. So why did he go golfing? Is this habit of golfing? This is an interesting question. I believe it was Elle who raised it. Okay, it was really interesting because, guys, have you noticed that, for example, all the mobsters, you know, like John Gotti, for example, it was really hard to get him because he would never go inside because everything is bugged, right? So they would always talk outside. So they had to like find ways to, you know, to do things. So is this why he goes golfing? Because remember, guys, was how it happened with Lindsey Graham. That Lindsey Graham, you know, first how he changed his, like, went golfing Lindsey Graham, like, at first, you know, and that's when we think he blackmailed. Okay, but that's my question. Like, why does he? Is it because he needs to talk, you know, secret? I have secret informations. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, why is he? Why does he? Is there a purpose, like a mafia talk kind of purpose? Okay, is that why? I'm just curious. Okay, is that why? Okay, okay. Yes, partially yes. Because he's saying, guys, like he is a very. Do you remember this story about how there was I forgot who it was, like some article or like something about how he was friends. He called the wife, like, okay, he had friends. Friends were a couple. So he got the husband to cheat on the wife. He recorded the thing and then he called the wife at this. He did something like this crazy that he would like expose the husband to the wife just for fun to see, like create real pain on people. And but he was very Machiavellic like that. And but the interesting thing about it, he used to be able to do all this on the phone and joke about it and have fun or whatever from his perspective, right? But now he knows that most things are like being he doesn't trust the walls, okay? So when he wants to do these mean things like, "Oh, hey, I got something on you," you know what I'm saying? Like, how those people like that, they have a way of saying things that is very I don't know how to explain it. They just have a way of dropping it, like kind of like casual. It's very casual kind of thing. Okay. So yes, there part of it is he feels more at ease. Like, you know what I think, guys? This is very sad. This is awful, but it's true. He thinks that the White House is like a job. It's like, oh, I have to act like a president or whatever. Like he thinks that it's a job. And so he leaves his job and goes home. Home is anywhere except the White House. Doesn't make sense. He doesn't feel comfortable. He doesn't feel comfortable doing this. He hates the, he really doesn't like being in the White House. So that's partially why I think he feels like to be himself, because he obviously is a very unpresidential like person. So okay, so that's that. Okay, so that's why, and he likes, yes, he likes to drop his games. Okay, now, okay, no, okay. So the next question, and this is connected to the question that I had. Okay, the next question is, did he talk to Putin about this a scandal over the weekend? And or I didn't mention not just Putin, but anybody like who could help him connected to Putin or something like that. Okay. What was he actually doing over the week? I'm going to ask about the Lindsey Graham conversation, but other than that, what is he doing there? I see him golfing. What else? Getting messaging messages. Somebody hands him an envelope. But yeah, there's messages. Messages. Okay. And I feel like people call him. There's like some like people leave messages for him there or something. There is something about that. Okay, other than Lindsey Graham, who there is like other, yeah. I guys, honestly, I feel like he goes to these places and then he meets with like foreign, not foreign attachés, like people from foreign countries who want to do quote unquote deals with him. Like in other words, like it's saying that there's people, I see like somebody who looks kind of Middle Eastern to me. I don't know what country, but it could be, I don't know, Egypt. There's like a military uniform for some reason. I don't know, it could be Egypt, but I'm just saying that the way that it works with him, like if you want something from the US as a country, you go to him and ask to build a Trump Tower. Like this is how bad it is. It's like he gives you time if you reward his personal businesses, okay? And that's when so foreign governments understand that if they want to have time with the president of the US, all they have to do is spend money on his brand. And this is why, you remember how the whole thing that it explains like why China gave like Ivanka the whatever, all those things. It's because he demands something in return. Like it's not a foreign policy, okay? You know what I mean? It's not foreign policy. It's like it's a quid pro quo, truly, okay? Like you have to give him something if you want, if let's say you're a country that needs to, I don't know, help in the US to help something, I don't know, I don't know what, then you have to do is to buy, like, talk to Jared. Really talk to Jared to see if you can work something out with him, and then that Jared's like, yeah, put in a good word for you, kind of thing. Okay, I'm serious. And the other thing, guys, how I'm seeing Corey Lewandowski, that guy, he's now a lobbyist, okay? But what he's saying, he has deal with lobbyists that says something like, if you do, if the Trump administration does something for a person or a corporation, then there's a thing that then he says, okay, I need a cut out of it. So he gets a cut out of the things, okay? Like it's all completely corrupt, 100%. Okay, time. Okay, hi Tess. So okay, I'm following the questions here. Okay, so again, so did he talk to Putin directly about this over the weekend? No, I don't think he did. I see Putin like he's like playing billiards. Maybe it's like he's just. I think Putin he's loving it. Really, this seems like he doesn't want to. No, obviously he's like no. That. He's like Putin is smart than that. He would not expose himself not at this stage. Okay, he's like whatever. Let him. He likes when Trump is this desperate. Okay, okay, okay. So, okay, so did he talk to Putin after the original briefing? In other words, back in March, right? That, or I think when it happened originally, he was briefed about it or something like that. Okay, so did he talk to Putin about it afterwards? No. Oh my God, you know why, guys? Because he doesn't want. He is very afraid of Putin, and he doesn't want to confront him. He does not want to confront him about anything. It's like he does like I don't dare ask him for anything. No, I can't because he's really he's like walks on eggshells about oh is Putin gonna be okay if I ask him? No. Putin is too important. I don't want to upset him with these kinds of things. Like that. That's really how he is. He's very like that. Okay. He's like, but Putin, he's gonna yell at me. I don't wanna he's completely like submissive to Putin, guys. That's it. I mean, no, no, because he thought he was like, I don't want to say anything. Like, I really don't think he, no, I do not believe he brought anything up with Putin. Okay. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay. Because, like I said, because, okay, okay, did he talk to Putin? No, because guys, okay, seriously, the relationship they have is literally like Putin tells him what to do. The end. That's as far as the relationship goes. Okay. Wow, it's very nice, man. I love him. I love him. He's great, man. Right? No, I'm saying, guys, it's not. It's almost shocking, but it's not shocking, right? We know he's like, listen, this is what I want. This, and that. I want this, and that. He's afraid. Yeah, he's afraid of him, and he, like I said, he waits for orders. He would not dare. I would never dare tell him what I really think. Like what? Oh no, no, like that. That's how he acts. And remember Helsinki, his body language, how he was like so meek around him. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I feel like honestly, he didn't want to. He because okay, this is why I think he may not have brought it up because he thinks that's a very minor issue. Okay, he doesn't. Who somebody died. Millie soldiers. That's what they sign up for. They sign up to die. Like he doesn't. I mean, seriously, guys, he doesn't care. I'm serious. I'm not even. I'm not exaggerating. I'm seriously. He's like, what is that like? Is that like a thing? Am I supposed to like act like I care? Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. So now the other question, because guys, this is it. Okay, putting aside, let me just see here. I almost want to confirm with the cards because I almost don't believe it. I almost don't believe it hasn't told Putin. Okay, so because okay, I was it I think I don't like Ari, but somehow I had it on just now, and there was the foreign ministry spokesperson. He was talking, he was very dramatic. Obviously he's lying, the guy lies about everything. But what I thought was interesting is that he's so dramatic, and he was talking to the US media, meaning I think they're desperate. There's really bad things could happen to Russia because of this, even regardless of the US. Okay, even though they do this, it's a different story if it becomes a thing, you know what I mean? Because NATO and so forth, they are always provoking, though, like all bullies. They always push the boundaries, they always want to find the boundaries, and you know what I'm saying? They're extremely aggressive, and they are always like, and this is what diplomats say with Russia, you always have to like, it cannot let something pass. You can't. That's like they say, when you deal with Russia, you have to show that you're strong. That's the only way they respect you. So because Trump has never done anything that shows any, you know what I mean? Hello, 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 we know that, right? He's never acted like like, oh, he's never asked Putin for anything, for like, right? So I have this other, try to use the drawing thing but it doesn't work. Okay, so I have to go back here. Sorry, I'm gonna put the card somewhere else. So like, yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's what it is. He doesn't. I think this is a whole other story. But okay, okay, just 1 second. Okay, sorry. So here, okay, again. So hello, would you like some cards? Okay, Okay. So, okay. So let's go here. Put it aside again. Change. Okay. So, okay. So does Putin? This is the thing. Did Putin know that we know? Did they know that we know? I don't even. I think they suspected, but I'm not sure they knew. They didn't know the extent. They felt like there was a suspicion, but there was like how would they? There it wasn't sure about the extent of how much they knew. Okay. Okay. Because guys, it's telling me here the Russians were selling the Taliban arms. They were saying, we sell you arms, but also we give you some discounts or money even, because that's what they found. They found cash. That's how they figured it out. Okay, they found cash among the Taliban things. Okay, so this is they. So this is the thing. Now they thought, okay, and I told you guys, I posted the thing about the whole story about the actually, did I share with you? I didn't even share with you. I talked about Bellingcat. There's the military unit that is assigned to this. It's not just harmful because the military unit is the one that kills people. Okay, so it's serious. The situation is serious. Like they're not joking around. It's not conversation. Not trolling. It's doing killing. You know what I mean? Like it's in other words like rewarding killings. Okay, so it's bad. Okay. Okay. So now, did they know? That's why no, they suspected. Okay, they suspected. No, they didn't know that we. Okay. Okay. Now, now, did he talk to Putin after the original briefing? Okay. See, this is the weird story. I feel like Putin. This is the thing. Putin usually tells him what to do, and he's aware of everything. There's people telling him stuff. Okay, but I don't think that there's even a question. This is what's weird to me. It's like there's no even. It's like totally like he or pushes him around. Totally, he completely pushes him around. Okay, hi Christine. Okay, so he pushes him around completely. Okay, so that's the thing. It's interesting. This okay. So okay, wow, wow. Okay, so no. Okay, so okay, so why? Okay, so guys, this is okay. Okay, okay, there's not okay. Let me just go make sure I follow this because I have many. I'm still doing the okay. So this thing is immediately after the original. I don't think he did. Okay, I don't know that he did. Okay, now not immediately after. For some reason, like I said, for that reason that I told you before, that he doesn't. I don't want to bother him. He's busy. He's very busy. I don't want to bother him. Bother him, no. Bother him. I know bother him, no. No bother him. I'm afraid of him. I'm afraid of him. That's it. He doesn't. Okay. Now, okay, this is an interesting question. Okay, so how is he communicating with Putin and Russians right now? Are these calls being recorded by US intel agencies? Okay, because we know, regardless of this, he is talking to Putin on and off, or with, I don't know. So how does he communicate with Putin? Okay, I may have asked this question before, but I think it's relevant to this. Okay, okay. So how is he talking to Putin? There's like people, there's messages like in writing, guys. Somebody delivers or he wrote. And I think that, guys, I told you before, Dan Scavino is the social, I think there's social media messages that are like the orders for him. Okay, what to do. Okay. And so he tells him, he's like the guy he's not a translator because it's not in Russian, but he tells him that the thing to what to say, what to do. And then they copy from Russian instructions, kind of like, it's not like a spy thing, but it's more like he copies the propaganda, kind of like what he does with Fox News. Okay, he sees what they say and he kind of repeats it. Okay, so okay, so now on the phone, I know he did talk on the phone. So how is it when he talks to Putin on the phone? Are the U.S. intelligence agencies recording it somehow? Okay, yeah, they're saying NSA has to record it, but they guys remember the story about the special server where they don't let many people have access to it or something. I think they have okay, something like this. They try not to, okay, but obviously the Russians have all of it, and okay, So how does he, okay, so okay, this is like a really big question. It's gonna take time, but I feel like it's related. How does Putin shape U.S. policy? Because he clearly has, guys, he has, out of all the people that Trump pays, gets money from and whatever, Putin has the most control over him, I think. So how does Putin shape U.S. policy through Trump? How does he push Trump to do things? Okay, stuff like this. Okay, how does he do that? He says, well, if you want this and that, he keeps, guys, he keeps promising him like riches and like, because, Trump is very monetary based. Okay. And then he says, he is like the good cop, bad cop thing. He says, well, you'll be so nice if we had a good relationship. So many wonderful things could happen. It's so pleasant, but it's a little unpleasant when things don't go our way, don't you think? So he does that. Okay, so he does that. It's kind of like he's a really, guys, he's a brilliant manipulator. Okay, so he knows how to trigger Trump's like need for approval. I told you before, it's very complicated. I think he's sort of like almost in love with Putin. Seriously, guys, he craves for his approval. He's like, oh, he's answered the call. Like he's so like this. He's so like, oh my God, does he like care about me and stuff? He's like that all the time. So okay, so that's how he talks to him about like the things he wants. And ultimately, guys, there's the big payouts. And I told you before, I don't know that he received all the money, and he still has debts. This is the thing. This still has debts to these oligarchs. I think it's kind of, it's not, how do I say this? It's not overt. It's not said in a very direct way. Like, if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Okay. But he knows, because you know what it is, guys. This is the thing. Trump blackmailed people in the past. So he's basically had what Putin is doing to him. Is what he has done to others in the past. Okay, but the stakes are much higher now, higher than ever. Okay, so he knows that Putin, he's like, but he think, he's really a very weak person. Okay, he doesn't have what it takes to be a president, but he's like, as long as Putin tells me what to do, I could be a big guy. That's it. I'm a big, why does he like, it's not just because he owes Russia everything. He's like, but I'm a big guy, so I like big presidents that have like military, he likes to look big, and he looks, because he's very small down there. What I'm saying? Like, not just because of that, but you see what I'm saying? He's very insecure, and that's what he wants. He wants to like look really like powerful, and so that's how. Okay, okay. Oh my God, guys, it's so awful. Can you believe this is reality? Like, that's real. It's not a joke. Like, it's not, I'm not making it up. Okay, exactly. Exactly. I'll just say, Putin's KGB, this is what he does. Trump is an idiot. He could be exactly. And guys, the easy thing about Trump is flattery. Like a person, he's so easy. And guys, for example, personally hate flattery. I'm always very suspicious when people say, not, it's not to say nice things, but I'm like, you could tell when someone is, flattery is always empty, right? And Trump is the type of person who will fall for that shit. It's so easy. Like, I'm very transparent. Like, as a person, I say what I think, whatever. But some people it's easier to manipulate a person like that, because he's so like, as long as you flatter him and say he's the greatest thing in the world, he'll do what you want. He's so, you know what I mean? Think about it. He's so gullible in that way. He's completely incapable of saying no to someone who will flatter him. It's easy, like for a foreign power that wants something, right? Like, it's not that complicated. But Putin, like I said, guys, he has dirt on Trump, and Trump owes money to the Russians. So it's a double whammy here. Okay, and he's the genius of manipulation, of like, because guys, can I tell you something? You know how they hate Peter Strzok? Like, Peter Strzok is the head of the part of the FBI that found the illegals, those illegals. And I'm listening to all these audiobooks about early, the personality of Putin, what he did before. You know what he did? He was the head of the illegals program when he was in East Germany. Okay, with the Stasi. So think about it. That's what he did his whole life. That's how was actually his job, is to do this. His literal job was this, dealing, because apparently he is to deal with assets, or whatever, agents, or not agents. It's like the people, for example, this is all these like far left characters in East Germany that would be quote unquote terrorists. They had like these movements that were like, in Germany in the 70s, they existed. I think he supposedly handled them directly or something like that. Okay, so that makes sense. okay, because that's his job. He would like taught, you know, and the books that I'm listening to, they would say like, oh, Putin, it was a genius. Like he would tell you what you want to hear. He would become a different person depending on the character he was talking to that day. Okay, so you know what I mean. So it's just like, this is like, okay, okay, like that was the thing about him. Okay, now, okay, very interesting, now, guys, and this is interesting. It's all visions. Okay, let me know. I don't know if I don't get to the cards moment yet. Okay, we're gonna get to cards, but I feel like this is very fluid. Okay, is it okay with you? I hope it's okay. No, okay. So, okay. So now the other question. Now this is now it gets to other things. Okay. So okay, let me before I skip because it's a kind of like this question is kind of dropped here. Okay. So talking about Trump's weekend, going back to the topic of the weekend. Okay. You saw that Lindsey Graham went to see Trump over the weekend when he was golfing. So what did Trump and Lady G discuss this Sunday, huh? I know. What do we love, you know? What do you oh, what did they talk today, this Sunday? What did they talk Sunday, huh? I like it. Because you know, guys, since it was have you noticed that I feel like Lindsey Graham is more rebellious lately? I wonder it's because he got more comfortable with the Lady G thing, you know. But still, I like to know what were they talking? What was conversations like? What was conversations? Okay, so tell me, tell me. It's kind of funny because I feel like he's talking about some Senate thing, okay? You know what it is the Biden. Like, oh, are you gonna get subpoena Biden? Are they gonna subpoena Biden? Are you subpoena Biden? Because that's what he wants. He's like, you know, how are you attacking Biden? Are you attacking him? Attacking him? Attack him for me. Attack him for me. But what's funny is that Lindsey Graham, he's bolder now. He thinks it's like he knows all about my past. And so I can like I don't know, it's not okay, it's not this. It's like he's like everybody knows. He feels bolder and stronger because the stuff has partially come out. And as I we talked about it at the time, it weakens him. Like it weakens Trump for Lindsey Graham because he doesn't have as much power anymore. So he kind of like he on the one hand he's the purpose of the conversation was mostly this whole thing of Biden and the Senate. And so he doesn't even ask Lindsey Graham what to do. It's not how it is. You kind of have to tell. It's like I guess I'm understanding here. That's how you tell. That's what you tell Trump. You just like okay, just tell him. So he's like President Trump. You know, have you heard the story of what was the name? Aldrich Ames. He worked in the CIA and he went to prison for a really long time. Like I don't know if he goes that far, but he lets it be known, like in a really subtle way. It's hard to explain it how he drops it. It's like, gosh, wasn't this terrible about Aldrich Ames? And like, you know, those people like, oh, can you believe there was all these people betraying their country? Oh my God. He kind of says it this way, and he's like, when he leaves, he's happy about it. Like Lindsey Graham because he feels like he's giving it back to him. Yeah, no, not in a mob code, more like kind of like slightly saying dropping it and in a way that doesn't step on Trump. It's kind of like he's like kind of making it known. He's not directly saying, "Look, you could go down for this," but he's in his own way he's doing it, okay? Okay, so I feel like I don't believe that Lindsey Graham is as close. He's quote unquote an ally, but he's not that close to Trump that he feels he could say something like that to him, like, "Hey, you should drop out. You know, you could go to prison." But no, but you can't. No, 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 Ted. But this is the thing. You could be subtle with Trump in the way, just the way that you see when when blackmail people. You know how he says on Twitter, he says, "Oh, you know, it would be he's such a nice guy. Too bad he can't do this or that, or too bad it would be terrible if something would happen to him." You know, it's similar. Like, you know, you're such a great guy. Gosh, thank God you're not like you could. You know what I mean? Thank God you're not like Aldrich Ames, you know, or like somebody like, or there's ways that you don't say it directly, you know what I mean? But you don't say like, "Hey, Trump, you're treason. You're doing treason. If you don't do this and that, you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna get death penalty." You alluded by mentioning a person that has done something similar to the thing you've done. Okay, doesn't make sense. It's like not that overt because Trump could never. If you act like you're telling him something that is an order, he gets mad, okay? You know what I mean? Because guys, Trump, see, because this is the thing about Trump. He's not the capo. He's acting like one, but he's not. The capo is Putin, all those people, okay? And the oligarchs. So, okay, so this is the thing. He's not the guy, he's part of it, but he's not really the money maker. Like, he's just an employee in some ways, okay? But he has to act like he's the big guy his whole life, except that he isn't. Okay, he's owned by others, okay? Okay, now let me go back here. Okay, so he's, he kind of dropped he's like, because I see Lindsey Graham going back like kind of happy with himself. Yeah, I told him. I told him. So it's not as if he becomes something like he acts, he does something, or the, because guys, as you know, I don't think that Trump, I feel like people were calling him a grassy, like a lot of people, like GOP people calling him, he's like, he doesn't want to tell them anything. It goes back to the image I drew earlier about the, like the puddle kind of look. I'm not going near there. Whatever, it's nothing. Who cares? They want to, so he's denying this whole thing. Okay. Now, going back then, I'm here in the, guys, you can look at the list of questions. Okay, I'm following. So going back to now let's go to the consequences, okay, of this. Now we talked about this, the weekend, the thing. So going back to the order here, what is going to be the consequence for Russia about this? Okay, so first I'm going to ask about, Eva had asked, because this is important, guys, because the whole story was that the Taliban was paid for the heads. It's terrible, no? For the deaths of the alliance, so it's not just the US, also the UK. Okay, so that's also why they were told. But at the same time, the UK has the same exact problem as we do, because they have a government that is like owned by Russians. Okay, so it's an interesting question. I'm sure they have a really, really good military, the UK, so they're going to want to do something. But it's the same thing we have here, is like we have those people are owned. Okay, so what is going to happen? Okay, so here, thanks to Eva, say US intel agencies have told UK counterparts because UK soldiers were also targeted. Given Boris Johnson's government relationship with the shady Russians through Brexit, will the UK react, and how? And then right below it, I wrote, will NATO react? Because maybe they were, who knows? I have to also bring up NATO, okay? But so what's going on here with the UK? Okay. So guys, it's a really tense situation. So this is the thing. I see that there's a meeting with Boris Johnson, and he's very like, and he's just like very similar to Trump. He's a joker. He's a cynical person. He's like, "Oh, is that so? Is that so? Oh, are you sure? Could it have come from somebody else? Are you sure it really did come from Russia? How do we really truly know it was them?" I was sure it was. I feel like there's, they don't, he doesn't get that much detail about, because they're afraid he could also share the intel with them. Okay. But he gets enough information that it's, they're saying, yes, it's true. Da, da, da. So he's like, oh, okay. So nothing is done. And of course, I see the shadow image of the Dominic Cummings, who is totally connected to them. Okay. So then there's a kind of like a pause, and then I see the image of NATO, the NATO head, whatever, like I don't know who these people are, just all people in military uniform, different countries. So there is something about, I told you guys before about the Arctic Sea. Okay, they are monitoring the Russian position in the Arctic Sea. They see, guys, there's another, let me pause here. Okay, I didn't post this, but I didn't post this today because I thought it's too much. Okay, but over the weekend I saw this like very small news. Okay, about how they have picked up on radioactive particles near the Arctic. near, in Russia, okay? Like, or like Finland or some other country like nearby, okay, picked up on this, which is something, this is the first thing that happened, but apparently this is similar to what happened with Chernobyl right before it happened. So, and guys, the story, how like there had been like before explosions with some submarine. Remember the story? And why are they there? Because I think it has to do with the internet cables. We talked about it before, right? So I think NATO, I don't know if they're targeting something in the Arctic. They know that they have military exercises there sometimes. Okay, that's another thing. And there's something there. I think okay, you know what it is? They are kind of like, I don't want to say that they're preparing what to do. They're kind of like seeing what they have, like, okay, what are they are kind of have meeting about it and what are the options. The same with the UK. Okay. So it's because the decision is not necessarily theirs to make. Okay. They're waiting for, like, it's like the good thing about this thing, okay, is that everybody is now in action, kind of like the snake waiting for, the lion. I come running for meat. Like they're ready, it's like getting ready for attack position, but not, not overt war, but they're wondering what to do. Okay, that's the UK and that's the US. Okay. Okay. Next. Now then what about us? Like, okay, let's, because it's basically it's the love triangle. Love triangle. The NATO, us, okay, and then and the UK. Okay. So what about our military? Are they thinking of doing something like in terms of just the military stuff? Okay. They like looking at things to blow up, doing, because, but the thing that this is the thing, guys, why this is such a tense situation, because Trump is in power, and they know that Trump was not going to declare war on Russia, but it only gets to a point, you know what I mean? You can only take so much without saying kicking it back. Now, I will have a question, and I hadn't listed this question, but I have to ask it. I remember, guys, a long time ago when I was like, there was some sort of ship situation. I remember this, that they attack us and Trump says, don't attack back. I did think it was a Navy thing, but is this the thing that I saw? Because it's a similar situation from the big perspective where they attack America and he says, don't do anything. Remember? Or he doesn't, he pretends nothing happened. He doesn't want to talk about it. The circumstances are similar. Is this the thing, or is there going to be something else? Okay. Is this the thing that breaks the, you know what I mean, guys? Because this is okay. Okay. So what happens is that, yeah, well, I said, yeah, there's been more. We don't know yet, guys. There's more that we don't know about. It's saying, and it could be more. Like, they're not, guys. They're saying the thing about Russia is that they are not gonna suddenly stop being aggressive. That's their game, the bully game. Scare people. It's like a chihuahua who barks loud. Okay, they don't have that much money. Okay, they don't have that much money, so they keep being aggressive. Okay, so Trump. This is, guys. This is it. Okay, right? Like, what kind of person knows this and does nothing? Okay, and this is a pattern. It's, if it was just an isolated thing, no, it's a pattern where he lets Russia get away with everything. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. So yeah. So he does. Okay. So is this okay? What makes okay? Okay. This is, guys, don't get scared. Okay, but I'm gonna ask: will NATO and the U.S. military and the UK military move on Russia? Are they gonna do something about Russia eventually? Like, even after Trump, or not, or it's gonna happen? They're saying they feel the best move is really to do financial issues, okay, because they're like, they don't want to hurt the Russian people, they want to hurt the top people. But since Trump is in power, it's harder. They're saying the best thing is the cutting the finances, okay. But okay, but then okay, so are they gonna be, yeah, I think there's things they could do, but there has to be an okay, there has to be a buy-in from the entire government. And I think, guys, this is the thing, this is like, well, so I have to tell you this, okay. They are, I think, is the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They're considering what to do in the event that Trump leaves. Because, guys, it's not, you don't have to be psychic, okay? You look at Trump, there's a high likelihood he could leave. Whether it's because voluntary or they have to remove him, it's the same thing in terms of the Russian thing. Because they could use this moment to, we don't know, guys, what he's capable of doing and what Russia is capable of doing when he leaves. So they have to prepare. That's their job, is to prepare for these situations, okay? So are they preparing for this, okay, in some sort of military? Yes, they know the positions, they do this and this, okay. So okay, so So what happens? Okay, so yes, so but they have, guys, I said before, I think there's a delay. Remember how I said something like if Trump does leave, when he leaves, he could they have to kind of create a delay of some sort because they don't want the Russians to know immediately as it's happening. You know what I mean? Because then they could do something just because they have that knowledge. So that's why, you know, guys, you know what I'm understanding here? They could even say like that Trump, quote unquote, went to the hospital. You know what I mean? Like, you know how he truly did go to the hospital that one time, warrant something that, the hospital, the military hospital. I think they could try to say something like, oh, he has to go, has to go for the visit in the hospital. And then he, you know what I mean? But they can't say that he has to, they're like, hey, he's walking out. Like, it's a complicated thing. It has to be planned. It's not it's spontaneous. Walter Reed, that's right. Okay. So, okay. So, oh my God. Okay. So, okay. Oh my God, guys, can you believe it? So, okay. Guys, okay, okay. I ask this question. These are difficult questions to ask, but I have to ask because, and don't be scared. Okay, I do not believe we're gonna have some sort of war, huge war, but I want to ask, what are I don't think we're gonna have a war, but what are the chances that because guys, okay, I'm sorry, Russia are like rats or like mice, so or like roaches, like it's a plague. You have to like they're just kind of like so annoying. They're constantly they're just trash. I'm sorry, like I have to say this, okay? Constantly bothering, constantly like sabotaging, like they're like I'm sorry, I'm so tired of this bullshit, okay? It's not their fault. Okay, no, this is their fault. But what I'm saying, like, Trump is mostly responsible for this. He gave them a lot of rope and he gave them the ability to do this. So he's worse than them. But still, it's like, come on. When is somebody gonna do something about this bullshit? I'm gonna put some order in that motherfucking house. I'm sorry to say it like this. You know what I mean? Like, come on, you let these guys do whatever they want. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so tired of this. Like they're just trashing everything and messing around. Somebody has got to put a limit to these mother. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry. Like somebody's gonna do something or not. What the hell? Okay, seriously, what the? Okay, I'm sorry. Renting here, renting. But really, come on. How are we gonna stop? This is the question, guys. How is the world gonna stop Russia without creating a war? That's the question, maybe. Okay. How are we gonna stop Russia without it becoming a war? Okay, like because nobody wants a war. Nobody wants like casualties like that. Okay, but how are we gonna do that? Okay, seriously. Okay, seriously. Okay, how are we gonna do that? Yeah, it's saying, guys, it's saying, what I see is the money. Freeze their bank accounts. That's it. Guys, can I tell you something? It's kind of funny. The easiest way to do this is I'm sorry, I don't mean anything bad by Cyprus, the country, but if you bomb Cyprus, Russia goes down because that's where the money laundering operations are, okay? If you stop the money laundering, they're gonna cut their wings because okay, that's the thing. Just go after the money, freeze the money completely. No questions. I have it here for me. It's mine. It's mine. So just, that's it, guys. Just take their money, period. That's it. It stops. Okay. Guys, it's saying, can I tell you something that I see? And this would be really interesting if it happens. It's there's something called SWIFT. If you ever transfer money abroad, you need to use a system called Swift. Okay, and there, I read this before that there was a talk. This would be like extreme measure to remove Russia from Swift, which is the money. Like you cannot transfer. Imagine you can't transfer money ever. Like that's it, over for them, because all their mafia situation is going to be, they're going to be with all this. The point of like money laundering is that you have this money that's stolen. If you can't wash it off, you can't use it. Okay, so that's what has to happen. Like I think they have to kick them out of the financial system. How, like Iran, exactly like Iran. Okay, like in the same system where like they have to create a serious. Okay, but the difference, guys, the difference between Iran and Russia is that Iran has a lot of dirt on a lot of politicians, and they're probably gonna get, that's the consequence. I think they're gonna release the dirt they have on people. Okay, and that this is, guys, can I tell you how they got, this is how they got there, where they went, they are because they have the dirt through Epstein and others. Okay, honestly, Epstein was selling the honestly. This is what I'm coming here. The blackmail stuff, they have it all on a lot. They have a huge database of blackmail guys, very powerful people, and that's how they get things. Okay, I'm sorry. That's what I see. Okay, so as long as they can blackmail people, they could get things. So the the downfall. Okay, how do I say this? The price for the West for going after Russia is that a lot of very wealthy people and politicians that have sold themselves to Russia, they're going to be exposed because then this is, and guys, I would be thankful for them if they release everything they have on everybody. Okay, I'm sorry, they should, because the moment it's out, the bullshit is over. Okay, the moment we know, the bullshit is over. Okay, you know how they had the guys, they use WikiLeaks to release the thing. Okay, then might as well just release everything. Okay, said for the day out. The really guys, but politicians everywhere, the UK, the US, Poland, Brazil, yeah, everybody, like everybody, they, you know what I'm saying, like everybody. So just release it. Tell truth and tell truth. Okay, and now this is okay. Another thing. Okay, so the reason, this is the thing, guys. This is the reason. Let me tell you the reason why getting rid of Putin is not the answer necessarily. It's because, and I'm reading, guys, I seriously have like one audiobook that I have from Audible, the other is from the public library. And there's one of them, I don't even know, it's one about like the background, the KGB, okay, how the KGB got into the Russian government. So, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is like, is that if you remove, it's the same thing with, I mean, I think Putin is really very smart, in a lot, much smarter than Trump, but it's somewhat similar. If they get rid of Putin, they can put somebody else in his place that will kind of do similar things. Okay, so the thing is exactly that. You have to I'll go after the money. Okay, get rid of the money and trace their money and get rid of it. Okay, but in order for that to, so this is the thing, guys, it's like you have to, there are more sanctions and stop all of the thing. Like, it's very dramatic, but that's how, guys, this is how they got to the West, is by offering money to people, to, as guys, from Facebook to, how like there's a big investor in Facebook that is that they literally put KBG, I'm sorry, Russian money into his hand, into the hands of okay, Zuckerberg. So, okay, so it's like from the early age, they're very smart about it. They started spreading their money around, buying things, investing in things, being sounding friendly until they needed something, and they do. So you know what I mean? So this is it. So that's the answer. The answer is money. How do you get rid of them without a war? Money. Go after their money, period. That's it. Because they're greedy and they're corrupt. Totally corrupt. Okay, they're like thieves. Okay, but it's gonna has to be a worldwide operation, kind of like, I'm sorry guys, like Al Qaeda or whatever you call it, right? The whole world was going after these people, right? The terrorists or whatever. The same way. I'm sorry. Okay, seriously, right? Like the same thing has to be done. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me here. Okay. And I'm telling you guys the thing about Ukraine. Now, did you see so I posted yesterday the documentary about Ukraine. Yesterday was the day before, I don't remember. So it was really interesting because when I watched the documentary, guys, I was like, boom, it was clear to me, because I didn't realize, it's a hard, like all the pieces that we know about the random oligarchs is somehow, it's hard to remember all of it. But when you see the story of Ukraine, how this is why, guys, it's so dangerous, because what they did is they put that guy in, metaphor, a friend. He went, he got a lot of money, millions of dollars, to go work to put that guy in power. He did. He got that guy elected. The guy was basically working for the Russian mob, and okay, why? And then the citizens of Ukraine, they revolted. And why did they revolt? Because when it came for the time for Ukraine to join the EU, or to try to like be, I don't know if it was EU or NATO, then he said no. He refused to sign the document because they wanted to get close to the EU and they didn't want to be connected to Russia. And that is when they invaded Ukraine. Okay, so first they put the puppet in that's going to destroy the country, which is the case of Yovanovitch. Okay, is that his name? I'm sorry, I got confused. You guys, Yovanovitch is the woman. I'm sorry. Was you? I don't know. Sorry. Okay. Let's say here. Okay, Victor Yoka. Yeah, 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 Yakunovich. That's right. That's like, I don't know if I was correct. Yakunovich. Okay, so this is it. You put the guy in, and then you move in the military. This is why, guys. And I was like, oh my God, if we have another term of Trump, next thing we know they come in, the motherfuckers come in. I'm serious. Okay, I'm serious. He's gonna be like, yeah, let's like we're gonna have an alliance together, just like sharing information. And next thing you know, we have like these people like Russians inside the country. I'm sorry. Like, okay, hello. What do you think is gonna happen? Hello. It happened, this is what I was like, in a way, guys, I was like, I was dismayed by it, but I was also kind of like, there was a relief because this is their game. This was like the Ukraine. It was the first one that they did. It was also, guys, because there's a lot of oligarchs from over there. You know what I mean? A lot of those criminals, they come from over there, and they're sort of connected to Russia. At the same time, they're kind of like neighboring country. Okay, but you see what I'm saying? It's like this is the same game. This is like their playbook. It happened in Ukraine. So then, of course, Manafort comes around. That, guys, it makes so much sense after I watched. I was like, boom, that's it. Then Manafort does the ones that do 2.0, comes to the US, delivers Trump. Boom, another one, the same game, the same bullshit, just to do the Russia thing. Do what Russia wants, and then we will elect you. We'll do whatever. Just do what we want. Right? If you are a person who cares about power and has nothing inside of yourself, it's an easy thing. Oh yeah, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think for myself. I just show up like a Miss Universe. Hi, the Miss. Hi, huh, like you just show up and you smile. You know what I mean? That's essentially Trump. That's what he does. Okay, he's a poser. Like, okay. So oh my God. So anyway, so what I was saying is like I saw before a long time ago. I think the U.S. military could even go to Ukraine and be stationed there to fight, seriously, to protect. Oh my God. Yes, guys, just see them. Do you remember, guys? And this is like people are shocked, but okay, you cannot, guys, do you remember exactly, Christina, say when Comey was fired, like how they were there in the office? And he's like, yeah, he was just so annoying. Like, come on. That day he should have been kicked out. He should have been kicked out that day. Like, come on. Like, what oh, come on. I'm sorry, like, how come, does it have to take so long? And again, the answer is why? Because there's other people supporting him. Because they did it, they own all these people. And one of the things that these books, I seriously, I listen to them, and I don't even know which one is which, but one of the things they say is that Putin, Putin came to power when the USSR was falling, like in the 90s, when it fell apart. Okay, so what he said, like the book talks about how Putin realizes that in the West, all you have to do is pay people. People are completely interested that money is the only thing they care about. So as long as you pay them, they're happy. It's pretty easy. If you think about it that way, it's pretty easy. Like you could get anything you want as long as you bribe people and you get, you know what I mean? So he realizes that the West, because the Western businessmen, they were supposed to talk about that, like they were all about a long story. So he knows about back in the day, he realizes this. So so they've been spreading their money because they knew that they would buy people that would in the West. They think that when you receive money, it's a good somebody likes you. And my stepdad, guys, is an anthropologist. Okay, he's retired anthropology professor. So one of the things, a long story, that he taught, sometimes he would tell me about, like this book. There's a very famous book about called The Gift, and it's a book of anthropology, a study about how gifts in societies, they always come with strings attached. Okay, there's no such thing as a gift like open gift. Somebody always expects something if they give you something, so it's not, just about, usually, theology studies like quote unquote primitive thing, whatever, like societies. Or I don't think I've read this book, but it's a very famous book, and so that's what it reminds me of. Americans, like, those Republicans, like, oh yeah, he gives us money, therefore they think, oh, they like us. No, they give you money, therefore they expect something in return. And I don't know, guys. Okay, let me just ask a quick question here. Did the Republicans think it was different? Like, did they really think that Russia liked them? Did they really think that that's what it was? They're coming from the position of power. They have never had to deal with this ever. So, because it's saying that in the past, people were only happy to, oh my God, look, Americans like us. Oh my God, they give us time. They were always above, you know what I mean? And now they've never been in this position where, like, it's sort of like what lobbyists do, like the corporation They pay the lobbyist gets access, and the corporation gets the law. But this is a lot. We're saying, but we gave a lot more money than like what a corporation would give. We gave tons, and so that's why we expect them to do what we want. It's much easier. That's it. So, but the Republicans, yeah, that's right. They thought that they were going to be on the same level. They thought they're going to be kind of like how they're quote unquote respected by the elite in the US in some way, right? But no, they're not on the same level. The level that they are at is the level of you do what I want because I bought you. I bought you. Oh, Audrey saying, interesting. The book you're speaking of is great. My deceased husband was also an anthropologist. Very interesting information. Interesting information, Audrey. Interesting information. Okay. So I like it. No, interesting. So really, like it's yeah. So in other words, the Republicans, yes, they thought they were like, they thought they were kissing the ass. Like it's so strange. They really, because guys, this is the problem of being having been a superpower. You don't understand how the other side is. So so this is the time when they're flipping on them. Okay, they're pushing things around. They're like trash. No, I do what you want. I'm telling you here what to do. You do what I want. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Oh my God, guys, I'm talking too much. Am I okay? Okay. 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 Oh my God, it's interesting. No, interesting for my house. Okay. Now, second part. Okay, there, guys. I'm just following questions. There's a lot of questions, right? Are you okay? Okay, you're okay that I don't use cards, right? Okay, okay. So, okay, so next, there's many questions. So, okay, so what will come of this scandal for the GOP? Okay, because like I was saying, they get all of this, they receive money, they support Russia. What happens to them? Wait, I thought we're colleagues. I mean, this has went on too far. It's kind of too much. Like it's not that they're so shocked. I don't think they're shocked, but they thought they would be nicer. We help them. We help them. We help them. I mean, oh, uh so they don't have any power. They just, guys, they hope for the best. Honestly, it was such a gamble, okay, for them. And this is the thing, guys. You know what it is? It's kind of like a small, okay, this is the thing. It's almost like a small time thief decides to get the mob to, it's kind of like they were small time compared to the people that they got with, okay? So, so that's it. They're messed with very big criminals, and they're like a small time relative to, they were always cheating elections and do these things, okay? But they messed with people that are like, legit criminals, guys. I'm serious. Did you see the documentary? There was like some people. I was like, whoa. One of the oligarchs is like acts like a real criminal. He like, there was this story in the documentary, guys. There was like this guy from Ukraine, one of the oligarchs. He's friends with Giuliani. He loves Giuliani, friend. So he had workers in his apartment or something that were doing the construction. They were smoking. So he asked them once to not smoke. He tells this story, or like somebody was telling. I think either he tells the story on the thing, or like you hear the story. So he's like, tells the worker, please don't smoke. And then one time he comes back, they're still smoking. Then he says again, please don't smoke. They still smoking. Next time, they make them eat the cigarette butt. Gonna eat the motherfucking cigarette. Now open your damn mouth and eat it. So like, it's kind of like a mob thing, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't know, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of this is I don't know what to say about it. It's kind of like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like it's not you know what I'm saying? Like uh, you know, so he made them eat the cigarette. Like if you couldn't, okay, so he made you eat it. Like I don't know. But the way it sounds kind of funny when I say it like this, but the way that the documentary explained it was kind of scary, to be honest. Okay, it was obvious that this was not, it was a minor thing. Like he could do many worse things than that. Okay, so anyway, so this is Giuliani friend, Giuliani friend. So that's it, guys. This is the people they got with. This is the people they did deals with, and that's who is financing Giuliani, all those things. Okay, okay. So now, wow. Okay, so what will come of the scandal? They can't, guys. They're still as passive as ever. Okay, because they can't confront Russia like Trump, but they have secrets on them, okay? Audrey is saying it's funny. It's the joke about the Russian mob. They will kill you just to be sure the gun works. Kind of, no, really, guys, it's kind of scary. No, but seriously, like you got with, you know what I mean, guys? This is like really scary people. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Hello, okay? So, oh, wow, okay, okay. Wow. Now, guys, in other words, what will come out of guys, I think that I see that the voters, the debate, you know, remember like I yelled, I'm sorry guys, I yelled about the base last time, but here's the base, you know, the people who voted for Trump, yet going like not even protesting, hitting things, going after the Republicans that did. They're like, what is wrong with you? Like, you know, well, my, you know, those people, guys, they can go crazy. Okay, they go crazy and they go hit them, like physically hit them. Some of them could be end up in the hospital, beaten up by their own constituents, not Democrats, their own constituents. You know, I'm serious because you know how, guys, have you noticed all these videos of the crazy people with guns lately? They are being whipped up by like all the right wing media. But imagine when they realize the right wing media has been making fun of them. Okay, it's not pretty for the hell, not pretty for the hell. Okay, let me move on to guys. Okay, I've been talking for hours. How many? Whoa. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, guys? Oh my, I'm talking so much. Is it okay? I'm like for hours. I'm talking for hours. Okay. So, okay. Now, what are Barr Pompeo thinking? Are they afraid? Like now, going back again to this story of the Afghanistan. Uh, oh my God, bounty. Okay. So, so what? Okay. And about this, what are Barr and Pompeo thinking? Are they afraid of being caught? Nobody know. Nobody knows you work for them. No, nobody can. Nobody know. No. They're like this. Oh no. They just like they think they're gonna gaslight and gonna be like, no, I don't know. This is not true. How do we know that? No, I don't know. No, it's not like this. It's not how it is. No, it's not that. It's not that. No. Do you know that? Are you sure? Hmm? Do you know? Are you sure? Come on. Do you know? No, no. Because you know what, guys, they've never gotten away with it. Okay, they've never got. You know, I'm sorry. No, not true. What I mean is like they always got away with it. So for them, it's just another step. Just just say something, just gaslight, okay? And I see it almost like a cartoon, and they hit a wall. There's a wall behind them. I'm like, oh. So okay, so did I mean, just a quick question: did Barr and Pompeo know about this? And I see maybe I'm not sure Bard knew, but I think Pompeo knew, and he's like, "Is the gaslight the move, guys? Honestly, it's like whenever something comes, no, 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 it was friendly. No, no, it was nothing like that. No, are you sure? No, I don't think so. No, no, no. Is it really? Are you sure? No, come on. No, is really? No, I don't think. Really? Huh. So it's kind of like they're just gaslighting. They hope it goes away. They hope it goes away because, guys, I mean, again, you mess with the criminals. What do you think is going to happen? They have no control over those people, and they could do anything. Think about it. The dangerous situation. They don't care about anything. Okay, clearly. Okay. Now, the second part of the question is really okay. Hold on. Oh, are they afraid of being caught? Okay. Are they, guys? This is the other question. Are okay because Barr and Pompeo, are they afraid of being caught? Are they afraid? Like, really? Do they have fear? Because this is what I wonder. Guys, can I tell you? I think they poop in their pants. You know how I see? Okay, it's kind of gross. I see a little poop on a Pompeo's pants. I see poop on Pompeo's pants. I see a little poop on Pompeo's pants. I see some poop on Pompeo's pants. Pants are dirty, huh? Pompeo got diarrhea. Pants are dirty. Pompeo got diarrhea, but not too much. Okay. Remember there was one time I thought that Bar had diarrhea. I now I see, it's like a nervous condition. I had problems. He's not very, neither of them is healthy, but I think, guys, they've been in very dangerous situations. I think we know that, and they know they've been in dangerous situations. So, so, so so I feel like again they are a little bit afraid, but it's kind of like those people who are spies. They're like they're working for the other side, so they're like, no, but don't worry about it. They have to always like gaslight and do stuff like this. Okay, so okay, interesting. Okay, okay, okay. Wow. Okay, now a big question. Oh my God, guys, I didn't realize so many questions, but they're all, I feel like they're all important. Do you mind if I cover them? I covered them all. I feel like I've been talking for hours and there's still didn't even get to all of them. There's many important questions, but I continue here. Okay. So now, what are the Joint Chiefs of Staffs thinking? Will this push them to try to remove him? Do they have this power? If so, how can they remove him? Okay. Because guys, okay, this stuff coming out, okay, this stuff coming out is very serious. Okay, there's no way around it. This is very serious. How could the military look at their own soldiers after this? Okay, like, okay, this is not okay. Under no circumstances is it okay. So what is going on in the Joint Chiefs of Staff right now with this? Okay, first of all. Second of all, as you know, it's not because I'm beating my own drum or something, but I always see the military moving, but it's not clear to me how they could do it. And at the same time, I do not believe the GOP is going to move. So then how does it happen? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So, but what's going on? First, it's like, what is the Joint Chiefs of Staff thinking right now? They're guys, they're fuming, they're angry. They're hitting the thing, the table. That guy Miley, he's so embarrassed, he's crying, guys. He's apologized for people to people. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe I fell for this. I was like, because he could be associated. And he guys, those people in the military are afraid of treason because they could go to prison. They could kill, the military, if you do something like this, you are killed, right? Like, I'm sorry, but I think it's fair. Okay. It's fair. Like if you do something like this, okay, right? I think it's kind of normal. It's kind of normal to get death penalty because I'm sorry, wait, okay, like seriously, what the hell? You just got somebody killed. That's on purpose. That's not cool. Okay, so my idea that's why they're fuming, they're angry. So they have these things about these positions of Russia. Like this is what I was talking earlier, guys. What to do, what they can do, but they feel that's part one. They're talking about Russia, but now what about Trump, who works for Russia, is in there? What can they do this? I think, guys, I see the Joint Chiefs and then the Supreme Court and then Nancy Pelosi and somebody else. Okay, I don't know exactly who they moving. You know what I think? I think the military has the power to go to the White House somehow and say, you should resign. This is how you say it. This is, you know what I mean? They can. Okay, so okay, see, because this is the thing, guys. I think the taxes, I could be wrong. Of course, I was like, yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I told everybody this. What if it doesn't happen? But I think even if Trump doesn't leave right away, definitely the taxes, I think we're going to see them. I don't see how they're going to be able to postpone it more. You know what I mean? Don't you think, guys? Come on. They can't postpone it. Don't you think? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I'm gonna ask again. Okay, the thing about I think about every day the whole thing of the Supreme Court. Constantly think about it in my mind, constantly. So, okay, so this is the thing, guys. I want to know, I want to know how close are they gonna? Yeah. So I think it's like I think by the end of this week they're gonna have if Trump. I think it's like once they have the thing about the investigations, if they know he could go down. That's easier to. I think how do you say it? It kind of it's not force him out because he's not, but it's suggested to him that he has to go down, or what can the military do? What is their power? I guys, I don't know why. I think there's a council of some sort of like a higher, national security kind of threat. Okay. He should leave. And they're gonna say, okay, they have more leverage. Yeah, because guys, they're waiting to see about this. Okay. So what is that? Because you know what, I see them going there to the White House, guys, and pushing. Okay, but I have a question. How are they gonna do this if they have Barr? I'm serious. How are they gonna manage Barr? And I see one of them. There's a damn frog on the way. There's a frog over here. Just like they slap Barr and he falls like he's like a frog. There's a huge frog over here. Damn. What the hell is this? They don't really guys, they're for some reason I don't think they're scared of Barr. I don't know. What is it? Really? Frog? What is it? A huge frog here. Huge frog. Oh, yeah. They're like, what? They hit him. So they don't really seem to be so preoccupied, okay, with the situation about Barr. So, but what are they doing something? Huh? They doing something? Huh? Yeah, they're not, guys. Honestly, they're like, because for guys, this is the thing. This is what's kind of actually very sad when I think about it. They say we have to protect this country. I'm serious, guys, and that's sad. Like these, okay, out of all the people, they're like, hey, we got to protect this country. because there's nobody left. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna yell. Like, okay, I'm sorry, they have to say that, you know what, we're here to protect this country. Like, fuck this shit. Like, okay, I'm serious. Like, yeah, Marianne is exact, guys. Marianne, by the way, Marianne, I took, she had left a wonderful comment about it. I posted on the thing about the SCOTUS. There's one article I post her comment there, okay, because it was, she had a very good analysis of like why the early, you know, that's like, guys, July 2nd. That's what I thought. She said she confirmed. So I just think that there the likelihood is very no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Marianne S. She's commenting right here, Christine. That's not Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, okay? She's right here, Marianne S. She knows a lot about astrology. She just commented, okay, right there. That's okay. Okay, so anyway, just to explain, because I just so you know, because she just said here, I think more information will be coming out with Trump taxes the first week of July, and that's what I'm referring to. Sorry, guys, I can be a little confusing. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what is? How are they gonna? What are they gonna say, guys? What are they gonna? Yeah, they're gonna go there. Okay, and I think that you know, guys, I don't know how it's possible, but I see they're almost, it's almost like on the way they tell Mitch, hey, bitch, shut your mouth, bitch, Mitch, shut your mouth. I'm gonna go get the motherfucker out. So they kind of tell him, but it's, I don't know how guys, this is crazy. I don't know how, we have to wait and see, okay, because I don't understand how it happens because, you know, so how, okay, oh, so how do they do that? Okay, let me see it because I'm still, you know, I don't necessarily understand how it happens, but let's see, because like I said, I doubt, I have no, guys, I have a zero confidence in the GOP. I do not think they could change, and somebody, you know, enough of them would change, because they know that the hell is coming for them. You know, if they turn, they're gonna go to prison. So why would they do anything? There's no reason for them to do anything, right? So how are they gonna get this? Okay, how are they gonna do this? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This was, I have to tell you, this was like this. So guys, I think, you know what it is like, this is this information. I think this is like offer, this is leaving. So the offer, the money was shady. You are a snake, leave, because your shady money is here. We know who you are, so avoid, you know what I mean? It's almost, guys, because if you think of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, like in some ways they're quote unquote the police, you know what I mean? Like in some ways they're quote unquote the police of the country. Like they care about the national. It's like, okay, so if the guy, you know, this is why the other time I yelled about the base. If this guy who cares about, like, he has like whatever 10% of hardcore voters or something, but he's destroying the country, are we going to sit quietly while to be, so just because 10% of the population is crazy, okay, or even more, 20, but whatever, but if they're not the majority, we can't let it happen. Okay, if they're gonna like, oh yeah, no, they believe anything, they believe any, like all kinds of crazy bullshit. Okay, so we can't let these people rule. You know what I mean? Like, just because, oh, okay, so yeah, so, oh, here, so this is the thing. Okay, so the work that this is the you and your family received. Okay, like you received money to do the work in private, and privately you're a snake pushing this information, and here's the agreement. So again, they, because of the dirty money, they push for some sort of agreement for him to leave. But I don't mean, guys, I don't mean like it's not like there's a negotiation. It's like, you're a criminal, get the hell out of here, bitch. Okay, and we're gonna, you know, we're gonna follow you to, you know what I mean, guys. It comes to a point where there is no, you know, that's what I think. Okay, where there's not a lot, like they can't really go very many places. Okay, oh look, yeah, look, the money. This is why I think the money is important, because this is the gift. So there's evidence. Okay, and this is the victory upside down. So the gift is the evidence that he took something from them. Okay, So, and I also think, guys, don't, just because stuff is not public doesn't mean it doesn't exist about recordings and those types of things. Okay. So I don't quite understand how it's going to be. This is the big part, the exact details of how it happens. Again, in like almost like a movie form, they just show up there and there, there's more. I mean, I think there's people, guys, I think I think also could turn on him. Lindsey Graham, there's some people that will, in the end, kind of help the military. Like, there's people who are in the inside that could help at the very end to get to him or something, but to provide, but what I mean? Not to say, they're not going to get away with it, but it's just a matter of also their own personal sense of vengeance against Trump. So, at the end of the day, like, okay, here, private, all of this, what's interesting, stunts are private, okay? So look, the women stuff, like, there you have, guys, okay, look, the mob. So there's more, and I see, guys, this is the thing, there's more information. And how I see Michael Cohen and the Stormy Daniels case. This is in the Vance thing is going to come through, okay? And that's what I think. So they have all of this and they know who he is, and they're like, we know who you are, get the hell out before, and I think Trump kind of agrees, because he's going to be humiliated, okay? And how he is, guys. I know how he is. He hates humiliation. This is how he thinks, okay? I don't know, Jeanette, that we won't know, okay? I don't know that we won't know. I just think that at first it's gonna be like that, but it's not gonna be a secret. I don't think, okay? It's not gonna be like, oh, who killed, JFK, something like that. Like, those like conspiracies. No, it's gonna be pretty obvious. They have to talk about it just to prevent it from happening again. It's not gonna be like this. It's just that in order for to get Trump out at the moment, it can't be like, it has to look very peaceful, and very normal, but what's not peaceful is a criminal activity in public, okay? Right? So yeah, exactly. Marianne saying the justice coming. So that's what I think, guys. There's too much stuff coming out, and all of it shows. And like I said, just because, and I see, because I know who I see also. I see them playing a tape. They will have recordings of Trump talking to Putin or whatever, or like there's bigger things that we haven't seen. Okay, that also may never. Some of them may not come out, at least for many many decades, because of the national security issues connected to it. So, but still, I think they have evidence. It's just that they haven't, they haven't used it. Okay, exactly, until after it's done. It won't be a spectacle. So, okay, so, wow. And the other thing, guys, okay, so somebody asked, it was Barbara. She asked, now this is the time to ask about the flight risk. Okay, like, I don't think, guys, he is not. This is the thing you have to remember. He essentially has police around him at all times. The Secret Service is around him. They know everywhere he goes. He can't just walk away and nobody's gonna know who he is. Okay, so, but that's why I don't think. But let me just ask. Okay, just because I saw the thing in the Ukraine, Russia sent a helicopter and brought back the Ukrainian president. I don't think they could do this. I don't think they could do this for Trump. But let's see. Is he in flight? Is he flight risk? No. It's saying like, guys, can I tell you? I don't think he can even tie his own shoes. I'm serious. I don't think he can even tie his own shoes. I don't think he can. He's very dependent on others. He has zero. He can't. Even if he could be removed from the U.S., he would hate to be, in his mind, like, what? Like, he would hate living there, because he would live in like a shitty apartment. Okay, he would not be living in luxury if he lives there. Okay, he would be living like a regular, guys, the people that the British spy who defected to the USSR. He did not live in luxury at all. It was not that. It's kind of like a downer in a way, because everything, things over there are not that good. It's not very, like, if you're very 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 wealthy, but Trump was not that wealthy. Like, he took their money, you know what I mean? So I don't think he doesn't speak Russian. Okay, yeah, I don't think, yeah, exactly, he doesn't respect Trump. Exactly. Putin doesn't, no. So he doesn't. Trump doesn't speak Russian. There's a lot of things, like, it's not worth it for them to have him. So no. So Trump, no. So in other words, he flight risk, no. He can barely. And this, people saying, oh, he could take like a things with secrets, but exactly. But guys, no, I think he's such a, like a, is that put, I don't know, he's just like, so, he could lose it. He doesn't understand where he puts anything. He's just like very disorganized. He can't do anything. I think that he depends on others to do those types of things. Okay. So this is it. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you, who is a flight risk is Jared and Ivanka. I said before, they want to go to Israel and they will not be able to. Okay. They're going to try to escape. I don't think they will be able to. Okay. For the same reasons. Okay. Because, they're involved in other crimes. And I think it's easy to get away to feel like they have power when they are working for Trump, with Trump at all times. As soon as the shit goes down, they're criminals, like they're like regular criminals. Okay, I'm sorry, that's it. Jared, guys, oh my god, come on, get real. Okay. Now let me go back, guys. Let me know, like again, go back to the main issue here. Can you believe so many things to talk about? Oh my god, look, I've worked literally, I'm talking for 2 hours straight. Okay, so we answered the questions about Joint Chiefs of Staff. Okay, how they think, they push. Yeah, so it's about as soon as the Texas thing goes, then I think yes. So now let's go here. What does Mitch McConnell think of the situation? The situation, again, going back to the Afghanistan bounty question. Okay, guys, because I develop this question and go back because I have to follow. I have many questions. Okay, so is SCOTUS paying attention? I'm sorry, no, go back here. What does Mitch McConnell think of the situation? What does he think is the solution to this crisis from his perspective? It's like, oh, I better not get involved in this. Like, I think it's not that he's gonna protect Trump, but he's gonna be like, oh, I'm observing. Yeah. He's like, because I see, guys, I see that the cops come by and he's like this. Oh, please go ahead. He's not gonna. It's not that he's gonna protect Trump. He's protecting himself. Okay, he's protecting himself. But I think you know what it is, guys. How do I say this? It's like he's survived all these years in the Senate and in politics because he's a wise person. Not wise. He's this fox. Okay, he's not gonna sacrifice himself for Trump, but at the same time, he knows that Trump enables the crimes. So what does he think of this? Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know how else he's like this. Like, so it's like, but I think, again, it's not that those people have empathy. It's more like, how do we recover from this? It's like, whoa. How do you ever, he's like, he doesn't know what to say because you can't recover from the answer is no, you can't recover from this. You can't. How do you recover from this? You can't. Is the answer. Okay, you can't. So that's, guys, and he's saying like, I'm hoping to put as many I'm hoping to put as many judges in so we can support our like values or whatever. But he knows that Trump is like, it's not that he's washing his hands, guys. He's like that, as he's protecting the GOP, and it's not a personal thing with Trump. He's just, he's the tool that helps them get what they want. So I see him not doing much either, as usual. He's more like Susan Collins. He's like, I'm very concerned about what's going on. I'm very concerned. Yeah, I'm very concerned. Okay, that's it. That's all he does. I'm very concerned. In other words, he does nothing. Okay, guys, I do not believe, guys. Come on, their whole life seriously, it's almost like saying like a serial killer has killed like 300 people, and then one day you expect the serial killer to be like, oh my god, guys, I was wrong. No, because if he had the ability to kind of like turn around, he would not be a serial killer. The same thing with the GOP. It's like they're totally effed up. Okay, now, guys. Okay, I have a question about the service, but I'm gonna leave it to the very end. Okay, another day maybe. How many servicemen have died as a result of this? Can we contact them on the other side? I mean, guys, this is kind of an intense question. Okay, but let me leave it to the other side because I know if I start, I'm not gonna go deal with the other questions. Okay, and we don't have a ton of time, so maybe I'll either leave it to the very end, or if I don't have time next time. Okay, now, okay. Now let's go back to important questions, many questions. Okay. Will this lead to treason charges for Trump? Because that is exactly what this sounds like. Okay, like seriously, will he ever be charged with treason? Okay, would Trump ever be charged with treason? Guys, I see debates in the Supreme Court about this. Okay, because there's like, what is the definition of treason? Or is it war? Is it this? That's okay. I think there's going to be people pushing him for treason for Trump. after he leaves. Okay. And it's like, guys, I think he's in a mental institution. I really do. Okay. And so, but there's lawyers. I don't, it's not his lawyers, but it's like some I don't know what these people are, but some people are arguing for treason for him. Okay. Yeah, but it has more to do, Ted, with the concept of the president. You know, treason is more for how somehow is more complicated. Jared for sure. But okay, so oh, you know what it is, guys? Interesting. You know when this comes up is on the nullification of the presidency. There is something there about the concept of treason, not so much, not just as a sentence thing, but also as like if he commits treason, then why should his presidency be valuable? Like not valuable, valid. If he was working for a foreign country the whole time, no, we can't do it. We can't, no, I can, no, can't do. But I see that there's going to be a lot of interesting, legal guys. This is an amazing moment to be a young attorney or like a law student. Okay. It's really incredible. There's going to be a lot of huge changes. So it's amazing. Okay. It really is. So very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, no, really. Okay. So it's okay, but will he be charged, criminally charged for treason? I think he's gonna go to, guys, war tribunal, international thing. I think you know what it is, guys. Between charging him with treason, I think you know what it is. They have, this is the thing, the legal issue that's gonna come up. This is when Biden's president, okay, is whether Trump, what defines treason, and if the treason thing, then this the whole presidency going to be nullified, and they're going to have a lot of hearings, a lot of questions, a lot of things, because yes, I do think it's going to be nullified. So in some ways, I do think it's actually more important that. So in other words, guys, yes, in some ways, I don't know if he's gonna. I don't understand quite exactly how it says that he's gonna be charged personally with treason, but his administration is going to be found to be treasonous. Yes. Okay. So I don't understand the legal differences here exactly. Okay. But I feel like it is something where it's going to affect, this is going to be the argument, it's going to be the big argument for annulling the presidency. Okay. And I don't see resistance very much, to be honest, because by then we will know everything, except the stuff that's really like national security. But all this stuff about his money comes from how much they were paid, whatever, who was paid what, you know what I mean? So seriously, guys, it's good. That was good. So because if you share, oh, sorry, probably loud. Ooh, okay, Rosari here, Rosari. So okay, okay, so like. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I think this is it. So in other words, I don't know. This is what I don't know if he's gonna be. It will be like, yes, the administration. Okay, so but how is it? How is Trump gonna be charged with treason? How is it? But you know how they say you can't charge the president in office. Okay, but how can you charge? Okay, so I just think, guys, Trump is gonna be out of it. But I think there's something about it. Okay, I don't quite understand it. It's something I'm not familiar with. Okay, the situation of the treason, but it's after he leaves. Okay. And I think that even even Biden may not actually want to charge him with treason, but they have. But hey, how do you say this? But he has to be charged with treason, or there has to be this conversation. Otherwise, they will not know. They have, otherwise the whole thing will not be nullified. So they have to establish the treason. That treason happened, really, that he betrayed the country. So this is good, guys. If you know what I mean. And I see, guys, there's gonna be even like a treason museum. I hope so. Like the dark, how they have like dark moments, like a prisons in sometimes they have like a museum, the treason museum for Trump. Trump administration treason museum. Okay, I hope so. Like all the crimes they committed, and like all the people and the money and the documents and all those things. Okay, because kids have to go there, guys. To learn history. Okay, to find out the information about their garbage people. Okay. So, okay, now, okay, okay. So next, guys, interesting, no? Very interesting. Oh my God, guys, okay, my throat. Can you believe I have 10 minutes? Okay. 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 So the other questions I think already answered in different ways. Okay. Has Trump expressed to Putin the desire to leave the U.S. government? Putin rescued the deposed Ukrainian president Yanukovych when he ran away from Ukraine. Has he offered a similar deal to Trump? No, I see the call, the phone calls. Like, yeah, but I know I work so hard. I'm really, it's not for me. He expresses unhappiness. He doesn't quite say it like this. He's like, oh, I don't know, just like okay, but no. So no, he hasn't said it. And Putin is not offering anything. Like, no, he's like that trash, stay in trash. Trash, stay in trash. Trash to go trash. Trash to go trash. No, he guys, he doesn't like. Come on, nobody. Do you think anybody like? Oh my God, Trump is a great guy? No, he's such a user. He's a horrible person. Like, there's nothing admirable about him. Okay, so he's just like he's a leech. Okay, so so no, no trash, no. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think no. So has no, Putin no. It's too much because it's different. The thing with the Ukraine was different. It's a neighboring country. Their military had some things together. It was like it's easier. He's not gonna do a huge military operation. No, no, it's too much work. It's too dangerous. No, so no, he's not. And also, guys, he knows that Trump is at near his end. He knows physically he's close to his end. So he might, he knows all of this. Okay, okay, okay. How has Putin reacted to the news about the whole Afghanistan bounty thing? How does he see the situation? What does he plan to do regarding the US and Trump? So, in other words, guys, I feel like okay, so just go make sure yeah, that's right. So, how's Putin react? Okay, so how does he think about this? He's cold. He's like, hmm. He thinks it could be a problem, not because of Trump, but because of, like I said, retaliation. Okay, deny, deny, deny. Guys, Russia has been okay. Remember the Skripal poisonings? There's more. There have been more problems for him. Okay, so so then next. Okay, I think Putin wants to wait and see. He essentially knows that he is a good poker player. He thinks he knows his cards are not that great. Okay, he acts a certain way, but he is not that power. Like, if you compete the U.S., EU, and all the countries, he does not have them. He doesn't match the power. Okay, so yeah, so that's the thing. Now, how will we react to this? What kind of payback will the US give to Russia, if any? Okay. And this, guys, okay, this is the question. I think I may have already talked about it, but after this is all over, okay, when Trump leaves, what kind of payback will the US give to Russia? Kick them out of the financial system. Okay. They're going to cut the money, everything. It's going to be like Iran. That's what I think is going to happen. Okay. I hope for less, no violence, hopefully. Okay. Kick out. There, guys, because, okay, I'm sorry. Like, they acted like terrorists. Okay. Let's get real. They act like terrorists. They're constantly meddling, like messing up people. They're doing dirty work, dirty things. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, they act like terrorists. They should be treated like terrorists. Like, okay, I actually have more respect, even though Iran in some ways is more dangerous. Like, I think they are more. I have more respect for Iran than, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to even think about these people. Like, seriously, it's so upsetting. Now, guys, I forgot one thing that the Audrey is bringing it up here. So one of the things that I posted, one of the topics that's not related to this, but it's a little bit related to this, is that for the first time, people connected to Fox News, I posted, okay, they were started saying that Trump could leave, that Trump, oh, maybe he could drop out. Oh, this and that. And this is unusual because, it shows that it could be a trial balloon. In other words, they see how people react, and also, we know that the numbers are terrible. Trump is not going to win, okay? Unless this is the other thing. He needs Russia to win, okay? In a normal election, without too much voter suppression, he cannot win. The numbers are like, guys, at this stage, Biden is doing so much better than Hillary. Like, the competition is not like last time, okay? So what is going on? Why are they giving us this information here? Okay. And you know what's so interesting, guys? The person who shared this information is not is not as famous as for example, Sean Hannity or Tucker Carlson. So it's an interesting thing. Okay, what are they saying? You know who I see, guys? Very interesting. I see Murdoch. Murdoch is saying he should resign. He should go. No, he's not ready for it. He can't do it. So the Fox is kind of pushing for Trump to resign. Honestly, I feel like this may sound strange, but Murdoch is thinking that he has to go. The guy is gonna he's damaging our game. My game. He's not, and he's kind of cold-mindedly thinking about it. It's not that he likes Trump. He's like, I've seen it. I've seen them all. He's seen so many presidents. He doesn't care. Okay. Interesting. Oh my God, look, Jeff is saying the far-right extremists are also discussing this. I've been watching their channel. So there is a talk of wanting him to resign, yes. Okay. And I think it's also to save face. It's better to end before the dirt comes out more. Guys, the other thing, they're all involved in this. So if he leaves earlier, he saves them the shame. Because after this whole thing with Afghanistan, okay, guys, you know how they depend. This is the other funny thing. I talked about it. I think it was on Monday. Oh, guys, today's Monday because you see, it's so crazy. To me, it feels like Wednesday. I don't know why. Because I guess I don't know. This has been so intense. This whole thing. I feel like already on Wednesday. It's only Monday. It's only Monday. So like, so so what I was gonna say, talking about the military, like right wing extremists, the white supremacists, or whatever you call them, they are very connected to this whole thing of Trump, okay? Uh so 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 yeah, so they prefer that he leave early, okay? Yeah, and this is the thing, guys. I think I don't understand exactly how this would work, but there's it's a conversation that they're kind of pushing, okay? So yes, it's a thing. It's real. Okay. Okay. Now I have a question. Has Trump talked about this with somebody? Has Jared talked about it? Guys, Jared, all Jared wants is his money. He's like he's waiting for money from Saudi Arabia. Like all he cares about is money. They don't care about the country. They don't. They really don't. Okay. And he's afraid of all the investigations. In other words, guys, they're too busy with their own personal like grifts, grafting. I'm sorry, grifting to bother about anything else. Like it's like, wait, I'm waiting for money. I can't talk to you now right now. I'm just like, I'm so busy right now. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Okay. Now Marianne is asked, we will have mail back. Yeah, exactly. I talked about it before. So that's the story, guys. Oh my God, can you believe it? Okay, so that's it pretty much. Let me see here. Okay, I talked about it. Now, the last question is, now that Trump is facing tremendous public pressure this is a good question, actually. Now that Trump is facing tremendous public pressure to turn against Russia, the country he loves so much, what will he do? Because, really, guys, this is the time when Trump could say, he could at least say, yes, Russia fucked up. He has to say it, but he can't even say it publicly, because this is the moment to choose what country do you really represent. And I don't think he's going to say anything about the guys, right? Like, do you think he's going to say something about Russia in public? No. I tell you, I don't think he's capable. I don't think Trump is capable of saying something bad about Russia in public. No, he's not. Okay, so no. So that's it. The whole thing, because he's afraid. This is the biggest fear, guys. Okay, is that that everything is going to come out, and it will. And I see, who I see the face of Mary Trump. Mary's like, trans, I'm cousin. A cousin, come to destroy you. I waited my whole life for this, really. So, wow, guys. This is crazy, guys. My throat is a little scratch, But this was good. I liked it. Can you believe it? It was intense. I like the questions, you know what I mean? Having those very specific questions, that's what I was telling you guys, is very helpful. I feel less stressed out, okay? Because sometimes, when I read I have to make sure I have the questions more, okay? He always likes Madarash. So will we ever say anything bad? Okay, no, guys, unfortunately, I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, but like, I do not see him saying something bad about Russia. No, he's incapable of. It's like, my first love, Rush. I first love Rush. I love Russia more than the country, more than my country. No. Oh, here, guys, look, the bear. Look, the bear is my country. Guys, bear is the symbol of Russia, right? A bear is my country. Is country. In the Lenormand, it means the boss. It means personal finances. It's true. Russia boss, my boss, also my finances. Okay, so we have a deal together. We have it, and it's hidden. So yeah, so no, he's not. Okay. But guys, okay, God, okay, guys, this is the thing. Tomorrow, I want to tell you this. Tomorrow, there's gonna be more Supreme Court situation dropping. So it's possible. I don't know. I still have a feeling it's gonna be July. Okay, it's gonna be July. The next, by the end of this week already. But if not, it could be either Tuesday tomorrow or Friday. Okay, something like, or no, I'm sorry, or Thursday. Okay, but we'll see. But I want to say this: if something drops in the middle of the day or in the morning, whatever, and it has to do with the taxes, I'll go on, okay, of course, and we'll have conversations. But sometimes it's better to leave it, to like marinate. But I'll be too anxious to anxious. Okay, but I'll let you know as soon as if it comes out tomorrow, then I'll have a thing. But if not, I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. All right, I going. I going. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I agree. I think they'll save the best for last. Exactly. Bye, guys. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a good one. Okay. Bye, guys. Okay. Bye. Bye.